Sister Wives Season 19 not only revealed cracks in Cody Brown's relationships, it completely demolished the delusion that had once kept the Brown family in check. This season wasn't just drama, it was an unraveling. Secrets were outed, facades were blown wide open, and Cody was ultimately forced to face the emotional devastation he had caused. But even when the cameras stopped rolling, Christine Brown-Woolley wasn't finished. And here is where things get a shocker. Christine just reminded us of one of the saddest and most haunting Sister Wives moments ever recently, a moment from way back in Season 1. A recollection so painful it was kept secret for more than a decade. A mother betrayed in the delivery room. Picture this, you're about to give birth. You're alone in a hospital room, blood pressure dangerously low, your unborn baby, a miracle after a miscarriage, struggling. And where's your husband? Not by your side, not stuck in traffic, not dealing with an emergency. He's with his fiancée. While you're in medical crisis, he's sneaking kisses with another woman. That was Christine Brown's reality. And now, all these years later, Christine is finally lifting the veil. In a stark, tear-stained Instagram reel, she reads from her memoir, Sister Wife, a memoir of faith, family, and finding freedom. Her words shatter through the screen, recalling fans to Season 1, Episode 4, her daughter Truly's birth. But missing from that delivery room was Cody Brown. Christine draws the picture, her contractions intensifying, her body in jeopardy, while Cody wasted his time with Robin. And Robin wasn't even yet his wife, but his fiancée. But in that moment, Cody valued Robin's happiness more than Christine's medical emergency. For years, fans have argued whether Cody's got to grab his bag was really an excuse or a ploy to linger with Robin. And then that moment which left viewers stunned. In hospital, the cameras caught it. Cody and Robin stealing a kiss, trying and failing to hide it. The fans saw it. The kiss which proved the favoritism was real. Cody even joked about kissing his girlfriend while his wife was giving birth. This was not a man torn between responsibilities. This was a man making a choice, choosing one woman and abandoning another at one of the most vulnerable moments of life. But that was not the end of treachery. While Christine was in labor, Cody miraculously looked at the doctor and began asking questions about IVF for Meri Brown. Even the doctor was surprised. Christine, meanwhile, felt erased. A year later, the contrast was agonizing. When Robin had Solomon, Cody was completely involved, loving, supportive, devoted. Christine never ever forgot it. That is when she knew that her marriage was never going to be the partnership she had dreamed of. Season 19's tell-all provided more gasoline to the flames. Every interview provided insight into favoritism, denial, and years of abandonment. Instead of accountability, Cody dodged questions as Robin cried throughout hers. But the biggest fireworks came when Cody was shown promos of Christine with her new husband, David Woolley. The contrast was glaring, Christine free, smiling, and loved deeply. At first, Cody pretended to be happy for her. Then, in a callous remark, he characterized their 25-year marriage as a fun experience. To his children's mother, who had endured neglect and loneliness, it was a cruel rejection. For the second time, Cody rewrote history to present himself as the victim. But Christine is not going to let him control the tale any longer. With David Woolley, she is finally experiencing the affection and intimacy Cody never offered. Even her children comment on it. Her happiness has brought balance into their world, and Cody and Robin remain stuck, defensive, bitter, and clinging to tales that no longer have any validity. And it's not just Christine making an outcry, the Brown children are now coming forward. Quietly, on podcasts and social media, they're revealing what they witnessed. A father who constantly prioritized Robin and her kids over his other children, treating them as invisible. Isabel once candidly admitted it. Others recall Cody walking into a room and heading straight to Robin, skipping over the others. Those weren't by accident, they were routines. Christine's memoir is not her story, it's a reckoning. When it eventually lands, there will be one thing that will sound out the loudest. Cody Brown didn't lose his wives, he lost the truth. Sister Wives is hardly over. In fact, it's only just beginning. While Christine Brown's reality dominates the web, the Brown family profile is shifting, and for the worse on Cody. Season 19 was supposed to be a season of healing and renovation. Instead, it was a reflection, showing years of abandonment, wounds never healed, and the breakdown of a man who vowed equality and offered nepotism. Christine's memoir doesn't simply fault Cody for missing Truly's birth. It places readers in the raw emotion of the moment, how it felt to be alone, scared, and forsaken by the man she had once trusted with everything. The veneer of the Brown family, cheery faces and upbeat music, is stripped away. What is left is the bitter truth. Cody's loyalty had changed, and Robin was always the priority, even on the most holy of moments. Audiences are returning to view reruns with new eyes. Every look, every pause, every false smile. Suddenly it all makes sense. Christine's stoic determination had been shouting from the rooftops all along, and Cody, he does not seem to be ready for the backlash. In the latest tell-all, he wavered between denial and defensiveness. "I was there as much as I could be," he claimed, but the damage was already done. That haunting image of Cody laughing with Robin while Christine battled alone has become a symbol, not just of Truly's arrival, but of every wife ever left behind. But here's the catch. Christine isn't bitter. She doesn't speak out in anger, but in grace. "I just had to say it," she says, not to strike back, but to finally let go. That honesty, that gentle bravery, is the same thing that's resonating with viewers. They're not just upset with Cody, they're inspired by Christine. Her decision to leave, to find happiness with David Woolley, to prioritize joy. It's the model others who are stuck in emotional or spiritual pain are drawing from. Even Meri and Janelle, progressing incrementally through their own healing, have shown glimpses of solidarity. Their subdued online activity, liking status posts, posting inspirational quotes, belies a sisterhood forged in shared pain. But Christine's story does not end there. The children are beginning to speak, and their voices carry weight. What was silence is now becoming testimony. Gwen drops a cryptic Instagram story. "We all knew, we just couldn't say it." It disappears within 24 hours, but screenshots spread far and wide. Payden, never reserved, taunts on a live stream. "You'll have no idea what happened when the cameras weren't around." Suddenly the children aren't extras in the background anymore. Now they're witnesses. Witnesses to favoritism, manipulation, and the fissures in their family that didn't make it on TV. And Cody, he's losing it. Behind closed doors, sources tell us he's been nagging TLC to spin the narrative. Not with apologies, but apologies. "They're making me seem like I wasn't even around. I had 4 wives. I was stretched thin. That's not abandonment, that's fact," he allegedly raged at producers. But TLC sees green in them, their ratings. They don't want apologies anymore. They want raw honesty. And Christine, armed with her book and unwavering belief in herself, is handing it out by the shovel. Casting for the next tell-all is already underway, and tension hangs in the air. Meri slips in unobtrusively, serene. Janelle comes behind Logan and Savannah, standing her ground. Christine brings up the back, wearing a pale green blouse, carrying her memoir not as a sword, but as a reminder. She places it down gently on the table. There is quiet. And then Robin comes behind dark shades, already on the defensive. When asked what Christine had admitted to her, she whispers, "I don't know why she's doing this. It hurts the kids." Christine doesn't flinch. Calm, steady, she replies, "No, Robin. What hurt the kids was pretending everything was fine when it wasn't. What hurt was watching their mother cry alone and smile in public. What hurt was selective loyalty. What I'm doing now, this is healing. This is honesty. The silence that follows is deafening. Even the cameras seem to hold their breath. Then Cody bursts onto the set, furious. You think you're the only one who made sacrifices. You think I never suffered, that I fared better, he thunders. But Christine stands firm. You took the consequences, Cody. We took the full force of your choices. That single sentence goes viral throughout the internet. Overnight, hashtags trend. Christine speaks and Cody consequences. Cody's brush-offs of Christine's suffering come back to haunt him, going virally popular once more with even greater weight. And then the moment that shatters them all, Hunter Brown uploads a somber YouTube video. He looks directly into the camera and says, "There's a distinction between being a father by name and being present. Most of us were raised without knowing what a healthy marriage existed. Christine bore weights she never should have had to bear." The video racks up 3 million hits in 3 days. Christine, distraught, shares a sobbing thank you. "I didn't write this book to hurt anybody," she says in a barely audible whisper. "I wrote it to be free at last, and hopefully it will make others free too." Back at the TLC headquarters, Sister Wives' future hangs in the balance. Executives consider a complete reboot, one centered on Christine's new reality, with guest appearances by Janelle, Meri, and the elder Brown children. Rumors persist about a new name already under consideration, and if it happens, it won't be a spin-off. It'll be the kiss of death to Cody Brown's carefully constructed mirage. Christine's reality has undone everything. Cody, naturally, is furious, suing the network, condemning them for removing the true patriarch. That is not what they are doing at all. Viewers are beyond that. Cody is no longer the centerpiece of the story. He is now the cautionary figure, a warning topped with fading charisma and lost control. And now producers are suggesting maybe the most explosive sit-down ever, a last family showdown. The air is charged with tension as Christine sits between Meri and Janelle. They are no longer sister wives, they are survivors. Across from them, Cody sits stiff, arms crossed over his chest, expression unreadable. Robin is silent too, fists tightly folded in her lap. The host then poses the question that cuts to the core of the issue. If you could turn back time and tell your younger self one thing before embarking on this journey, what would it be? Christine pauses to take a breath before answering. I'd tell myself not to confuse sacrifice with love and never wait for someone else to see your worth. See it for yourself. Janelle nods somberly. Meri holds back her tears. Robin gazes at the floor. And Cody? He says nothing, because sometimes silence speaks more volumes than any words ever might. Just as fans think that storm has passed, another shockwave hits. Christine had already revealed the pain of Cody leaving her during the birth of Truly. But now, rumors surface of an even darker betrayal. Apparently, only days before Christine delivered, she discovered intimate messages from Cody to Robin. They contained Cody's promise to Robin that he would protect her peace, no matter the turmoil of the other wives. That turmoil, of course, was Christine, alone in a hospital room, fighting for her life and her babies. For years, Christine kept that secret buried. She did not want to shame the family name or embarrass the father of her children, but silence is a burden, and then there was a point when she could not hold it anymore. In her book, she finally broke her silence. In one promo interview, she confesses softly, "I remained silent to protect someone who never protected me." Her tone even, her eyes with decades of practice smile. Fans went wild. The hashtag #TextGate became trending in a matter of moments. People were going back and watching the old episodes, attempting to identify the scene where Christine had discovered the secret. Was it her frozen smile in season 14? That tortured expression during season 15's reunion? All of a sudden, every look, every hesitation was suspect. And then the children began speaking silently. Payden taunted on a live stream. You don't even know half of it. Gwendolyn posted cryptic messages. And then the most terrifying moment of all, Christine's son Payden posted a TikTok. 3 plain words spoken into the camera. You don't know. No hashtags, no captions, just silence ever after. And yet, every viewer of it knew. The fierceness of his stare spoke volumes. Meanwhile, Robin, typically quick to provide tearful testimonials or family updates, was mute. Her social media went dark. When spotted out in public with Cody, she wasn't the confident girlfriend she once projected. She looked weary, haunted even. Fans were asking, is she hiding a secret? Did Cody say something off camera that he won't tell on TV? Behind the scenes, TLC is freaking out. Numbers are off the charts, and so are the feelings. What was once just reality TV is now raw, honest family blowback. Producers already call the next tell-all the most explosive yet. And it's not solely because of Christine. Meri, the previously quiet figure for so long, has started dropping her own hints. A plain selfie with the words, "Sometimes silence protects the wrong people." Fans were quick to make the connection. Christine reposted with a one-word answer. Exactly. Janelle, during a live Q&A, admitted in clear regret, "I should have listened to Christine. I should have trusted my gut. I should have listened to myself." For the first time in years, these women, once broken, are standing shoulder to shoulder again, not as co-wives, but as women discovering themselves. And as they rise, Cody grows smaller, angrier, and more desperate than ever. Will he ever own up to the texts, or will he just keep deflecting, rewriting, and hiding behind Robin? One thing is for sure, this is not just a TV show. The Browns are now a national conversation about love, loyalty, gender roles, and the pain of emotional abandonment. And at the center of it all is Christine, not as a victim, but as a leader. Her book reached the top of the New York Times bestseller list in 48 hours. Talk shows, podcasts, and fan sites are all rallying around her. Thousands of women are penning her. "You gave me courage to leave. Your story is my story." This is no longer about Christine being betrayed by Cody. This is Christine's revolution. And yet, the flames rage on. Rumors circulate of untaped TLC moments, clandestine confessionals, and even another Brown child preparing to pen their own memoir. The family isn't just shattering, it's exploding. And at the heart of it all is Christine, not silent, not hidden, but standing tall, pen in hand, igniting a storm that shows no signs of ending. So hit that like button if you're Team Wives, subscribe for the next shocking chapter, and drop your thoughts in the comments. Because this scandal, it's only just getting started.